Ever wonder why Japan has one of the highest millionaire per capita ratios despite being famous for minimalism? The secret lies in ancient concepts that are never taught in Western finance books. We'll be exploring these hidden wealth philosophies that have created generations of prosperity while the rest of the world chases quick wins. These aren't just abstract ideas. We'll show you exactly how to apply them to transform your relationship with money forever. By the end of this video, you'll have a completely new perspective on what it takes to be truly wealthy. First concept, Fudoshin, the wealth unshakable mind. Imagine this. The stock market crashes, investors panic, selling everything. But one man, he calmly sips his tea and does nothing. That man embodies Fudoshin, a mind that remains calm, steady, and unshaken by external chaos. Fudoshin translates to immovable mind, the emotional equilibrium that prevents wealth-destroying decisions during market turbulence. Western investors often ride emotional roller coasters with the market, buying high in excitement and selling low in panic. The average investor underperforms the market by nearly 4% annually due to emotional decisions. We're told to chase trends, react fast, and seize every opportunity. But the wealthiest Japanese investors follow a different rule. They don't let emotions dictate their decisions. Tadashi Yanai, founder of Uniqlo and one of Japan's richest individuals, attributes his success to Fudoshin. During the 2008 financial crisis, while competitors retreated, he expanded aggressively, acquiring prime retail locations at discount prices. His emotional stability during chaos created billions in value. Fudoshin comes from the samurai. These warriors trained their minds to stay unshaken even in life or death battles. If fear or greed took over, they'd lose. The same applies to money. Warren Buffett is a modern-day example of Fudoshin. During financial crises, he doesn't panic. He buys when others are fearful and sells when they're greedy. That's how you build long-term wealth. Here are 3 steps to integrate Fudoshin into your wealth-building strategies. Next time the market drops, pause. Ask yourself, am I acting on logic or emotion? Create rules for investing, outline pre-planned actions that remove emotional decisions. Practice mental discipline by meditating, journaling, and training your mind to stay steady under pressure. Maintaining Fudoshin doesn't mean being passive. It means making decisions based on principles rather than emotions. The wealthiest Japanese investors are known for making decisive moves during chaos, but only when those moves align with their long-term strategy. Second concept, Ikigai, the wealth of purpose. Ever met someone who's rich but miserable? That's because money alone doesn't create fulfillment. Ikigai translates roughly to reason for being. Imagine 4 overlapping circles: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Where these intersect is your Ikigai, your purpose-driven wealth source. Find it, and you'll never feel like you're working again. Take Jiro Ono, the legendary sushi chef behind Sukiyabashi Jiro, the world's most famous sushi restaurant. He's been perfecting his craft for over 60 years. He doesn't chase wealth, he chases mastery, excellence, and purpose. The result? A 3 Michelin star restaurant and a lifetime of deep satisfaction. Or Kenji Ekwan, the designer of the iconic Kikkoman soy sauce bottle. After witnessing Hiroshima's destruction, he dedicated his life to creating beautiful everyday objects. His Ikigai wasn't just designing, it was bringing harmony and beauty to daily life. The Kikkoman bottle has remained unchanged for over 60 years and generated billions in revenue, all from aligning purpose with profession. The wealth principle here: when your work aligns with your Ikigai, money becomes a byproduct of purpose rather than the purpose itself. But how does this apply to you? Start by asking 4 questions. What activities make me lose track of time? What skills do people consistently praise me for? What problems in my community or industry frustrate me most? How might these talents and interests generate income? Drop a comment if you already found your Ikigai. Third concept, Mottainai, the wealth of enough. The third concept is Mottainai, which expresses regret over waste and advocates for gratitude toward resources. Unlike the Western more is better philosophy, Mottainai teaches that true wealth comes from maximizing value from what you already have. It's why many Japanese families use the same kitchen tools for generations, repairing rather than replacing them. Takumi Tsutsumi, founder of one of Japan's most successful furniture companies, built his business on this principle. Rather than producing trendy, disposable furniture, he creates pieces designed to appreciate in value over generations. His approach led to higher profit margins and a wait list of customers willing to pay premium prices. To practice Mottainai in your financial life, audit your subscriptions and recurring expenses. Are you extracting full value? Before any purchase, ask, will this bring lasting value or just momentary satisfaction? Invest in fewer, higher quality items rather than many disposable ones. But here's where things get interesting. Mottainai isn't just about saving money. It actually leads to spending more selectively on meaningful experiences and investments rather than impulse purchases. Japanese households typically save 2 to 3 times more of their income than American families while reporting higher satisfaction with their purchases. Fourth concept, Kaizen, the wealth of continuous improvement. The fourth concept is Kaizen, the practice of continuous small improvements that compound over time. Instead of chasing overnight success, Kaizen focuses on the 1% improvements that, when consistently applied, create exponential results. Toyota used this principle to transform from a small loom manufacturer into one of the world's largest companies. Rather than massive restructuring or high-risk ventures, they implemented thousands of small improvements suggested by workers at all levels. For personal wealth building, Kaizen teaches us to automate one small financial task each month. For example, bill payments, savings transfers. Improve your valuable skills by just 1% weekly. Eliminate one small wasteful expense regularly. Hiro, a Tokyo-based software developer, applied Kaizen to his freelance business. Instead of charging 50% more overnight, he increased rates by 5% quarterly while adding incremental service improvements. Over 2 years, his income doubled while his client retention improved. The wealth lesson here: small, consistent improvements outperform dramatic changes because they're sustainable and compound over time. Fifth concept, Nemawashi, the wealth of consensus. Nemawashi is the practice of building consensus through careful groundwork before making major decisions. In Western households, financial decisions often happen unilaterally or after heated arguments. In Japanese families, Nemawashi involves quietly consulting all stakeholders before proposing changes. Masayoshi Son, founder of SoftBank, practices Nemawashi by extensively consulting with team members before making major investments. This process has helped him avoid many costly mistakes and build one of the world's largest investment portfolios. For your personal finances, Nemawashi means involving all household members in regular, calm financial discussions, consulting mentors and advisors before major financial moves, testing financial changes on a small scale before full implementation. The wealth insight here: financial decisions with consensus last longer and face fewer implementation problems than those made in isolation. Sixth concept, Keizoku wa Chikara. Nari, the wealth of consistency. Keizoku wa Chikara Nari translates to consistency is power, emphasizing the importance of persistence discipline, and steady progress over time. This Japanese proverb teaches that success isn't about speed or luck, but about showing up and putting in the work day after day. It aligns with the Kaizen mindset, where small daily efforts lead to significant long-term gains. Whether in wealth building, personal development, or business, consistency turns short-term actions into compounding success. A bamboo tree barely grows in its first 5 years, but suddenly in year 6, it explodes upwards. Why? Because it was growing roots all along. Most people give up before their bamboo moment arrives. The key to success? Keep going. How to apply this principle in your life? Pick a goal and commit to small daily progress. Ignore short-term setbacks. Instead, focus on long-term gains. Stay disciplined, even when results aren't immediate. Trust that success is building under the surface, just like bamboo tree. Invest a little every month, no matter what. What is one habit you'll commit to? Comment below. Warren Buffett didn't become one of the richest people on earth overnight. He started investing at age 11 and kept going for decades. His secret? Compounding plus consistency equals wealth. Seventh concept, wabi-sabi, the wealth of imperfection. We live in a world obsessed with perfection, but in Japan there's a saying, perfection is an illusion. Instead, they embrace wabi-sabi by finding beauty in flaws, change, and impermanence. Ever seen a broken bowl repaired with gold? That is kintsugi, the art of making broken things more valuable than before. Your failures and setbacks are part of your story. Own them. How wabi-sabi applies to wealth? Don't chase perfect investments. There's no such thing. Accept financial setbacks as part of the journey. Instead of avoiding risk, learn from mistakes and improve. The next time you feel behind in life, remember, imperfection is what makes your story powerful. Eighth concept, Shoshin, the wealth of curious mind. Shoshin means beginner's mind, and it's one of the most powerful mindsets for learning, growth, and success. It comes from Zen Buddhism and emphasizes curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn, no matter how much you already know. Shoshin is about approaching life as if you are a complete beginner, even in areas where you have experience. It's the opposite of the expert mindset, which can make people overconfident, close-minded, or resistant to new ideas. When you have Shoshin, you stay humble, open to learning, and excited to explore new perspectives. Shoshin is critical for wealth and success. The most successful people in the world, entrepreneurs, investors, athletes, never stop learning. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, reads 500 pages a day. Despite his success, he constantly learns from others, questions his own ideas, and evolves his strategies. His secret? He stays curious, never assuming he knows everything about investing. How to apply Shoshin? Stay curious. Read, experiment, and explore new perspectives. Surround yourself with people smarter than you. Question everything. Assume there's always more to learn. Be open to feedback, even from people less experienced than you. Drop your ego. Being right is less important than learning and growing. What is the last thing you learned that changed how you see the world? Drop it in the comments. These 8 concepts form an integrated approach to building sustainable wealth. The reason they work together so powerfully is that they address both the external behaviors and internal mindsets needed for true prosperity. When Ikigai aligns your work with purpose, you're naturally motivated to apply Kaizen to improve your skills. As you practice Mottainai, you develop the Fudoshin to resist consumer culture's pull. And Nemawashi ensures your financial decisions have the support needed to succeed. What these Japanese concepts ultimately teach us is that true wealth isn't measured just in yen or dollars. It is measured in freedom, purpose, and peace of mind. If you want to experience these principles in action, we have created a simple 7-day challenge. Day 1, map your personal Ikigai using the 4-circle framework. Day 2, practice Mottainai by identifying 3 subscription services you don't fully use. Day 3, apply Kaizen by automating 1 task. Day 4, develop Fudoshin by writing down your investment rules. Day 5, implement Nemawashi by scheduling a calm financial discussion with a family member or friend. Day 6, find something imperfect. Look around your home, workspace, or even in nature. Find something that has visible flaws, cracks, or signs of aging. Reflect on its beauty. Day 7, pick an area you know well. This could be your job, a hobby, a daily routine, or a topic you have studied before. Challenge yourself to see it differently. Let us know how it went if you decide to try it. If you found this approach to wealth valuable, hit subscribe for next week's video, where we will show you how to create your personal Ikigai map to unlock your highest earning potential. Thank you for your interest in purpose-driven wealth.